I stop them telling the story they want to tell and start telling the one the audience wants to hear. And when you do that, you show your audience why you matter to them. And so anyway, I started Narrativity, which is my business, 8 years ago now. And I've just had best years of my whole life. In every way, it's been financially successful for me, but for my clients. And I've just had so much fun. Because every time I spend my time with my clients, we're talking about movies. We're looking at their business through the lens of Hollywood, and they just love it.
Hollywood's extremely successful with the formulas they use, but like everyone can relate to it because everyone's seen a movie. Everyone has a favorite movie. Everyone has a favorite hero's journey or storyline that they're familiar with. So, you talk to the right person about Star Wars or Jaws or, something from their childhood, and I'm sure they just light up. They're like, oh, I thought my business was boring. But when you say it like that, this is really exciting, right?
I'm not a producer. I'm not a production company. I'm an ideas person. And what the TV industry loved was my fresh ideas. And because I had 30 years of taking business problems and solving them creatively, I could look at what was successful and put a new twist on it. And so what I would do is I'd create the title, and I would do the sell and give it a structure. And this is pretty much an outline of what would happen. And then what they do is they purchase that idea that they then own it. And then with or without me, they develop it. And where the big money comes is when it is on network TV.
Okay.
And then you make the big money as the creator. So it's in their interest for you not to make that.
So especially if you're doing a bunch of custom work, writing proposals and making everything, a special snowflake, why don't you prescribe what your clients need first and what they need best, and then go offer that and be able to deliver it most efficiently. I think that's extremely powerful. Selfishly, I want to leave as much time as possible so you can work with me, but I do want to make sure we highlight the book. So you've got this new book. It'll come out shortly after this podcast publishes, I believe, Creating a Blockbuster Brand. So you're living the high life, man. You're like living in 3 cities. You got all these great clients. Yeah, he's holding the book up if you're seeing the video.
What they really want is what the audience wants, but they don't know what that is. So then you put back something that's full of everything, and the client doesn't love it. They're not thinking it's because I've put everything in it, but it never gets to something great. Whereas I never ask my clients for a brief. I just come in and everyone will see this, how I work. When I do it with you, Dustin, I will just ask you questions and you answer it. And that's how we create it. And never once in 8 years has a client afterwards said, Greg, we love the stories, but there's a few key proof points we normally say that you haven't included. Never once. Because they look at the result and go, this is going to be more powerful.
To me, it's a mission of evangelization. It's a mission of getting people's impact multiplied in the world. And my seat is one of leading the leaders, guiding the guides. Every person I can empower who's got a mission has got something to share with the world, and whatever their unique skill set is, I can be an amplifier to that and help them multiply that, out into the world. And podcast guesting is a cool vehicle for that. But that's why writing a book about podcast guesting is compelling as a field guide, but writing the book that Dustin's legacy stands behind has got to be something bigger. And I think this idea of all the things that you said to me create a foundation for the much bigger thought leadership platform I'd want to stand on over time, and that I want my company to be known for. So it's definitely powerful. I love it.